Hello! Okay. So I am later than I wanted to be. I had to get a lot of stuff done today, and I did it. That's what's important. And one of the things I wanted to get done today, I wanted to mold the hammerhead. But I won't be able to mold the hammerhead. I don't have time. I know how tired I am, and I know what time it is. I know how long that hammerhead mold will take. So we're going to mold the hammerhead tomorrow. At least I'm going to mold it tomorrow. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, Monster Workshop, Hugo. Exactly right. I'm taking off like the rubber cover to my phone, so you guys can be gripped better. I plug you in. Now I plug in this. Okay, now you're charging. Life is good. Okay, let me go to the computer and turn you guys on. We don't have Shannon right now, but we will. So I have like one plan tonight. And my plan for the night is to paint Merman and to get Merman finished. Get one Merman in the can, so to speak. Talk about chat. Hey, hello everybody. Howdy. All right, so what I've got going here is I've got a little slideshow of Merman and what he looks like. Here, he's very green, he's very orange, he's got some yellow. I think we're ready. All right. Let's move this accident that happened earlier. You flea-bitten buffoon! Anyway. Okay. I pretty much have him out of the mold, and I did glue in some teeth. Men Man Takeover. Why did this one go dark? Escape. Thanks. I'm not getting a shave right now, but I'm overdue. I'll tell you, I'm overdue for a haircut and a shave. Like RoboCop with the flickering vision? Yeah. Shannon will be here shortly. She's not here right now. Everybody says hello to everybody. That's great. Okay. Let's look at the fish man. There was another one of those. Here are the real ones. This one was cut a little too big. But they do fit right in there, which I think is awesome. The little slots that we made to hold them are perfect. So, isn't that kind of cool? That's going to be good. Doing a haircut and a shaving fun. This is not a telethon channel. Although I appreciate the income. Let's be real. All right. Eat fish. So, first thing I've got to do is I got to trim it. I got to get my scissors out. Got to get a Dremel out. Look, scissors. Rot chair. Those are not glued in as of yet, but they will be one day. I did glue in the teeth because I just had to see how they were going to work out. They worked out fine. Not a ton of flash on this guy. The mold fit together really well. What I normally do is I do cut with scissors, and then I might go back with some detail scissors. This is the flashing where the two halves of the mold go together. Whenever the two halves of the mold go together, you end up with a little bit of latex gets in that crack. Hello, wife.
Greetings.
It's a pretty thin line, you know, it just about goes away. With all these scales, he's kind of busy, so I don't think it's a big deal. How much do I cut off the bottom? Well, cut it to where you stop sculpting.
Okay, where did you stop?
Honey, let's just pretend I didn't read any Oh, I stopped after the, I was given $10 for a shave and a haircut. Yes, but I said I was overdue for a haircut. It happens. And apparently, they agree with me. I'm a little woolly.
Body Geeks, I likes it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about that. Now what I have to do, I got to figure out his eye holes and his breathing holes.
How do you smooth out the foam? Have you read that?
No.
How do you smooth out the foam? Ever use worn down sandpaper or a Dremel?
I use a Dremel, and I'm going to use a Dremel. You're going to see me use a Dremel. You will see me do Dremeling.
L. Copeland says, I got called off work, and I was excited to be able to watch live tonight, but then disappointed because I thought it wasn't happening. But now it is.
It's happening.
Emotional roller coaster.
It's happening. Quite the emotional roller coaster. Okay, so
How do you avoid a lot of flashing?
make a nice mold. If your mold is tight and fits together well, then you won't have a lot of flashing.
Have you shown how you're going to do the webbing on the side part yet? inside fin yet.
No, but you'll see it tonight, so I'm going to do it tonight.
That was boring.
My goal is to finish this guy this evening.
What is the color scheme for the merman? True to the character?
I'm going to do true to the character at first. Yes, not like cartoon colors, but greens and oranges and yellows. Okay, that's one eye trimmed right to there.
The little girl says, my bear has a crease and a curl from wearing the masks. How about you?
Who does?
Beard. Must be a beard.
Oh, beard. It can, yeah. Okay. So now I need to go in back here behind the mouth.
Big Dog says, FYI, UPS sucks. Ordered foam from Biddy. It's going to be here tomorrow. But no, UPS damaged it. They sent it back to Biddy, and now I have to wait to get the next shipment. So Alan has to look out.
Gotta wait on that screaming orc. Oh, noes.
People are watching in 11 minutes.
If you are going to trim the mask from the inside out, honestly, avoid it for a while. This is one of those things that I do but I've trimmed a lot of masks, so I'm not going to I don't often make mistakes. I do make mistakes sometimes.
Refit your camera. Joseph 777 says, Shannon, thank you. I received my cap and t-shirt. I appreciate all the extra toys. I love Monster Minis. And I use them for my AD&D sessions.
Hooray! That's awesome. They're actually useful for you.
Joseph 777, I don't know what AD&D is.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh. Well,
Now, he may just mean Dungeons and Dragons, which they dropped the Advanced. Advanced was 2nd edition. Then with AD&D, when they went a little bit away from Gygax, but that's okay. Yeah.
This comes from not being cool.
It does. You're not cool.
I'm not
You have
cool.
you have a coolness deficit. I forgive you, and I love you anyway.
I'm not cool. Not with all the stuff you guys talk about. I'm learning. I'm getting cooler, but I'm not cool. Hey, Michelle. Let's see. It's making... Philip Earl, what's making you nervous? Alan cutting the mask? Oh, Michael Lester. There you go. Body Geeks. D&D Geek Out. I love it. Joseph 777 says, 2nd edition of...
Nice. I'm a 2nd edition guy myself. I'm well aware of what my FACO is. Thank you very much.
It's making them nervous. Cutting. It's a great job. If it looks great, I'll have it.
If I put a pad in here, because my chin's pretty high up, if I put a pad in here, I could actually get good jaw movement out of it.
Love it. Great texture on the mask. Very nice, even without the frills.
Well, it's almost like the Rankin Bass Gollum from the Lord of the Rings cartoon, a little bit, with that big lip like that.
Good. Michael, glad you got your shirt.
Which Michael?
Michael Lassiter.
Sweet.
Stephen Bishop. A friend of mine ordered a full-size monster from Midnight Studios, and the package was stolen from the porch today. That breaks my heart.
Oh, that
There's
sucks.
a special place
That's
in hell.
$1,000, man.
Special place in hell for that person. Because they're going to open that package and they're going to think it's pretty cool and be glad they stole it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. Larry Hughes, apologize to Alan, please. I did not make it to the post office today, but I hope to get it there tomorrow.
What the heck, Larry? Don't sweat it. It's fine. Yes.
Thanks, Ezekiel. You're not cool either. Not cool, guys.
Dremel.
You guys speak in a code I don't understand. Paul Bennett has a question. You know, paint for a mask. 3 of 1/3 mixing. How long will it last in the bottle, I wonder? Last time till I had thrown it away. How long till will it last?
If you use distilled water, not water from the tap, not water from a water bottle, distilled water, then it'll last years in a bottle. But if you use tap water with minerals in it, then it'll clump up and it's going to be real clumpy in a month. So there you go.
Masato K, who, by the way, is one of my favorite artists in the world right now.
Yes,
My
he does
goodness.
very the funny, the sketches.
Masato, your artwork that you're sharing is an absolute pleasure. And I hope you saw that Alan made one of your drawings, his profile picture on social media. It is absolutely amazing how fast you do that. Christopher tried Tim Tams for the first time today. So good. Scott McDonald. Hey, Alan and Shannon. If I wanted to mix a rubber cement paint, can I use Weldwood contact cement that I have?
Yes, you can. It thins with xylene just the same. It tints with oil paint just the same.
Sato says, I haven't heard someone say Thaco. Thaco?
Thaco.
In a long time.
Yeah, that was where it's at, man.
What does that mean?
Okay, so Thaco was a very complicated system to figure out someone's armor class in AD&D.
Okay.
Second edition. Hold on, I'm not done.
No, I'm good.
It stands
Really?
for 2 hit armor class 0.
Please stop.
There were armor classes, of course.
I don't need this.
No?
I'll never need this in life.
You won't need this in life. No.
I don't, stop. It's okay. I'll just be, I'm not
She
cool.
asked.
What are you doing?
I don't want your latex bits in my mouth.
Wow, look at you.
Look at me with the safety equipment and the will to live.
Buddy says, I hope you get back into D&D again one day. TJ Styles, are you getting my text?
Text or messages? I don't think I've gotten any text messages. I might have gotten a personal message, but I have been away from a computer for most of the day.
Stacy says, I'm 35 but I play D&D like I'm 45. What exactly did she say? What does that mean? You're a real nerd if you know what THACO stands for, says Masato K. Rankin Bass Hobbit or Ralph Baskin's Lord of the Rings.
Rankin Bass Hobbit.
Jennifer Black. Don't worry, Alan. I'll make sure your video is mailed tomorrow. Larry is slacking. Thanks, Jennifer. Hi, Edie. Oh my gosh, Edie, guess what came in the mail today? The mask finally returned. Believe it or not. I don't like to play out loud inside jokes. What happened with Edie is that the Postal Service could not find the package of her witch blank. She ordered a witch blank, and it never got to her. And so it said in the tracking that they couldn't find the address. So we sent her another one, and the address worked. All is well. And then today, it was sent April 27th. It was returned. Today it finally showed up. I thought I'd never see it again. So witch blank. It's all things are settled. That's all that was.
Okay, that's my whole seam. That's the whole seam area of the mask. And now what I've got is I've got these little boogers kind of all over it. And I'm going to fix that with naphtha.
Hey, Alan, thank you so much for taking the time last night and helping me with the woolery. You didn't have to do that since DJ style.
DJ, no problem. Not a big, it's what we do here, man.
Jamie Paxton, looking good at the safety glasses. Safety first, but always test your heat gun on your hands. It's our beauty.
All right now.
Oh,
I hear
God.
you talking over there.
Oh my goodness. Oh, safety, I thought you were going in the hot tub with your goggle system.
I only got 2 eyeballs, but I got 10 fingers.
Thanks, Ezekiel. Ezekiel says he'll sit next to me when they go down the D&D rabbit hole. He is also not cool. He's better when Alan explains. He is so into it. Buddy Geek, so did you finally get to see the water kitten? You should see her in the shower rolling around the water. Yes, Buddy Geeks, and I responded to that post because it's a cat, and I like cat videos. And
Boy, does she like cat videos.
that kitty is awesome. I love to see all of y'all's cats and dogs, and snakes and ferrets and whatever other pets you have is best. That kitty is awesome.
So, look at how ugly that seam is.
Jerry Collins says, "Shit, what bike is Alan riding?" JD James, hello. Hello, Jerry Collins.
But now, once you rub it down with naphtha, naphtha kind of melts away all those little boogers, and you're almost seamless. Like you can't really even see that seam anymore. It's very hard to see now.
This is something they can do when they get their blank.
Yep, yeah, if you buy a blank and you buy a 2-piece mask blank, you might want to Dremel the seam with a felt wheel and then run some naphtha over it and it will disappear. It'll be disappeared.
Hold it says, you know, like milk have expired dates. Just wondering about the paint.
I've already answered that.
Thank you. 1980 says the seaweed is always greener. It's someone else's lake. Hello, Hugo. Chad Smith, do you get your pointy felt tips from Amazon?
I do. I buy a whole box of felt tips that look like bullet shaped and stuff.
Ezekiel says lighter fluid as an alternative to naphtha for cleaning up the boogers.
Yes, yeah, because lighter fluid is naphtha. Some countries don't have naphtha, but they have lighter fluid, which is made of naphtha.
Rachel Powell, so if you don't have a Dremel, how do you take care of a seam like that? Would a nail file buffer work?
I mean, you could sand it by hand, or you just cut it really close with cuticle scissors, and then get like a foam sanding block. But get yourself a Dremel. You deserve a Dremel. I think you deserve to have a Dremel in your life. They're very handy tools. All right, so eyes are cut, mouth is cut. Lips.
Plastic Pug says, did you see my Groucho?
I have not seen it yet. I saw that I got the email from you. I swear I'll look at it tonight. I haven't done a lot as far as computer stuff today. I worked very hard at the shop today. Number one, the shop is way cleaner than it has been. Robert Corey was in here with me. See how clean these tabletops are? Barely anything on them. Look at that. It's my favorite part of the shop is right there. It's my wife. And then, you know, but yeah, shop is pretty clean. Yes. Did that today, and I got some orders out the door.
A lot of orders, guys. A lot of orders. Check your PayPal email. whatever email that you have attached to your PayPal, you should have a tracking number from us that your package went out. We sent a big wave of love out today. DJ Styles, Hammond, to ask you, Alan, how many masks roughly do you get out of a 5-gallon bucket of latex?
It depends on the size, but something like a Michael Myers mask, you should probably be able to get 20 of them out of there, no problem. Yeah. 15, 20, no problem. The more you spill, the more you lose, of course. The thicker you pour, of course. Contact cement. It's that time. It's time.
Harvey says, I had to remember you are my friend, not my smart friend.
Yes. Yes. I am your friend.
1980's been singing. Just look at the world around you here on the ocean floor. He's singing some Little Mermaid. Oh,
So,
1980, you're fun.
a rather infamous
You are fun.
costume that we had. For a long time, we had a haunted house that was black and white themed classic monsters. And then, one of the options of costuming was a Creature in the Black Lagoon, which was just a bodysuit that was airbrushed with all the scales and things. It had a mask and had hands with it. But it was meant for a svelte guy, you know, it wasn't meant for a guy like me. And so one friend of ours, when he got into it, he could not help but sing, "Look at my stuff, isn't it neat?" while doing crotch thrusts. I don't believe he did that at customers, but I'm not entirely sure either, as the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And another one, we got another guy in the costume. He's in the costume, and I'm looking at him, and I can tell he's really thinking. And I'm like, okay, I mean, you're in the costume. I mean, you'll scare people. It's a good suit. How do you feel? And he said, like a gay fish, because he wasn't he wasn't used to wearing a single body unitard. So, yes, that is the costume of many quotes.
But you look great.
He did look good, and he scared the people.
Meet for Lewis, hello. Thank you for all that you share and teach.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
1980 just keeps on singing, Under the Sea, Under the Sea. Masada says, wow, sparkling clean. See, Body Geeks, making an offer on the haunt property I showed you last week. Fingers crossed. Body Geeks,
Good luck.
so excited for you. Please keep us informed on how this is going. We're kind of emotionally invested now, because so, oh, that's exciting. Edie says, Alan, you're a bit unkept. I'll trade you a beard trim and a haircut for some more figurines.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I am unkempt today.
I think you look great.
I haven't slowed down to take care of myself, which is not good, actually.
Ruggedly Handsome says, if duct tape were a power tool, it would be a drummer. That's how useful they are.
Yes, that is a good statement.
Spastic Pug says, I've been trying to clean up some. I've got a lot of costume stuff. That's good. Hey, Rob O'Brien.
Hello, Rob O'Brien.
Rob O'Brien says, thank you. It's been a rough day. I need this tonight. Rob,
That's why we're on.
we got you.
That's why we're on.
Yeah,
about-
Connie, I'm excited for Body Geeks too. This is going to be some exciting stuff.
It's exciting. You know what? It's exciting.
It's exciting.
One of my favorite times to visit a haunted house is when they just got the property and nothing is built. Because you always get what I call the finger tour. And you call it a finger tour because they're like, over here is going to be this, and over there is going to be this, and right around here we're going to do this, and up there is going to be that. And there's a palpable excitement and a hope for what will be. And I think that's wonderful. That's one of my favorite times to go to a haunt. And then to have that conversation and then show up later and actually see a lot of it built it's remarkable. Wonderbar.
That is exciting. It is exciting. Lockhart says, never got my tracking number. You think Digger stole my goods? Yeah, Lockhart, you and Rodney both should. No, Rodney and Lockhart, what that is that when you pick up, oh my gosh, I don't like yelling across the room.
Come on.
I'm southern and polite, and I don't like yelling across the room. When you pick your order through our records, it still shows that you're active, meaning I haven't gotten your stuff to you. So you will get an email. If you pick up something, same as Body Geeks, if you pick something up, you're going to get an email from me later showing that you don't need a tracking number because you came and picked it up. That's all that is. So just disregard it. That's just me cleaning house on files, doing the unsexy work, and making sure that everything is nice and smooth. So you're good to go. Just ignore it. Sorry about that. I sometimes overshare information on tracking numbers and the status of things simply because, in my opinion, there's not enough communication going on. So just ignore that. You're good to go. All is well.
While she was talking, I thought I would juggle.
Thanks.
When did I learn how to juggle? When I worked at a year-round haunted house in February because no one came.
Did Amber finish her mask?
She did. The sculpt is done, and hopefully I can mold it Wednesday. Daytime.
DJ Style says, cool, I like thick pours. How long to wait to get to a 1/8 pour?
Well, it depends on where you are in the country and your humidity and how dry your mold is, but it should be, you should start at 2 hours, all right? Do your first well for 2 hours and see how thick it is, and then you can adjust from there. So do your first one at 2 hours.
How thick are the foam ears, Alan?
These are 3/8 of an inch thick. 3/8 of an inch. Right there. That is 6/8 of an inch.
Spastic Bug, I don't need a costume to look like a gay fish. Spastic Bug, you are too much fun. Ross Riker, we actually did a whole Disney concert in high school, and Under the Sea was one of the songs in the level. It has to be. You have to do that song.
I've never seen The Little Mermaid.
Buddy Geek says, you'll need to bring a machete. It'll be a machete tour.
The Machete Tour.
That just means that you have plenty to work with. That would be a great job to help build a haunted house, says Steve Bishop.
It is. I get to have that job every now and then. And it is really nice.
TechWorks was part of an opening crew at Disney Under the Sea. That's great.
Oh, awesome.
Buddy says, why am I always involved in the unsexy work? No. I take care of the unsexy work. You come pick up the fun stuff, Buddy Geeks. Lockhart, you're good to go, buddy. Love you guys. Juggling, what don't you do, Alan?
There's lots I don't.
Spastic Pug says, I can't juggle, but I can do balloon animals.
I'm okay at balloon animals. I'm not amazing, but I'm okay.
You guys are fun.
All right, so probably shouldn't say this. One of my favorite gags, all right, that Ezekiel, your kids watching? Just tell me that. That's important to know for this story. Anyway, I'll keep going until Shannon says stop. So, it's the haunted house clown story. Haunt clown, and he has this dog that he twists up, right? And if you know what a balloon animal dog looks like, and anyway, yeah, and then the legs, and then the body of the dog, and so this haunted house clown has this, this is a magic balloon animal, and this is going to make your wildest dreams come true. And he hands it to this he says, hold on to it, close your eyes, and really think about what you want. And so she grabs, the neck of the dog and the tail of the dog, and then he takes a pin and he pops the middle and he pops the head, and it looks, well, she's holding on to two of this shape with looks like she's holding penises. And it's actually very funny. The delivery was good. It was well done. But yeah, when you pop it in the middle there, you're holding, and she had a moment of realization, and then it's very funny. It was blue, but it was funny. This one here could be a little shorter. This one line, oh no, this one could be a little shorter too.
It says, I like big pores and I can't deny you other masses. I like big pores and I can't lie you other masses can't deny. DJ style. Sorry for so many questions, Alan. I'm new to the game.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Madly Made Creations. Hello, Allie.
Hello.
She says, it only took me 5 years to subscribe to your channel, but here I am.
That's right. Allie was my head of costuming for a couple of years at Dark Hour.
Hello, Madly Made.
In my time at Dark Hour, I've broken many costume directors.
Ezekiel says, new shirt. I probably shouldn't say this. Ezekiel says, no, my kids are at school. Fire away.
Hooray.
Props. A ticket to prop. Just got my green Still P shirt today. Thank you so much. Super soft. I hope you like it.
So now these finnos we're going to Dremel down with a sanding drum.
You're welcome, Renee. Thank you so much for your support and all of your orders, and I hope your little one likes this and enjoys.
Yeah.
That is awesome that he's enjoying those skeletons. It's so funny.
I'm not going crazy, guys. I'm just knocking off. I'm taking off the hard 90. One way your Dremel is going to fight you. The other way it isn't. Go the way that it isn't. You can very quickly figure out which angle of attack the Dremel likes.
Ezekiel's sending me a kitten video.
He's got to work, Ezekiel. You're going to kill my productivity. How many comments are you missing right now?
I don't know, but this is like a 3-minute video. Oh my gosh.
You ain't got time for a 3-minute video?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So cute. Good to have you aboard, Allie. Cigarette mirror. He once did a sideshow haunt and put a guy with a bushy ginger beard into a mermaid costume. Well, everyone for the service and phone of hard translation combined the mermaid and the bearded lady.
I could see that being fun. For a long time at the Monster Museum, I had a cashier who had long, beautiful red hair. And we had like a front desk type area. And what I told her I would do is I'd like, listen, here's what I want to do. I want to replace this whole area with a hot tub. It was like a 10 by 10 square, so I could have put a hot tub there. And you're going to be a mermaid. And I'll just give you a mermaid tail, and you give everybody back wet money. She didn't like that idea. She didn't think being a mermaid in a tank all day would be fun. What did she know? Nothing, I tell you, nothing.
Renee Keene's son is loving that skeleton, so I'm so glad. Ezekiel says, Warren, you would look spectacular in a mermaid costume. Stephen Bishop says, I'm not going to lie, I fought the Dremel many times with the project. Hey, Renee, hope you feel better. DJ Styles asked, are you going to latex over those pins on the mask?
No. Kind of, because I'm going to paint them. I'm going to paint them with the latex mask-based paint.
Stacy said, good God, is that mermaid armor still on the table? I'll blow my hair out.
Currently, I have a gypsy front desk theme.
Said, help the right place by giving birthday. Ezekiel says, you're making me blush, Ezekiel. Hello, Philip Earl. I don't know if the tub might be nice on a sunny, hot day. Guys, that would be a great gig.
Okay. Put it generally in the latex, but not for doing the PA phone. Okay.
Ezekiel, I'm loving my kid videos. Thank you so much.
Ezekiel, trying to get work out of her. Quit sending her kid videos. I now have some black dust all over this guy. Okay, so I have to drain the tank. The weather has changed significantly. Now I'm getting water out of my compressor. I have to drain the tank. When I hook up this unit, I don't have a moisture trap on it. I only have a moisture trap when I use the other one.
Stacey Hawkins says, how annoyed with the real mermaids.
It would be very annoying.
That's true. Ezekiel says, no, I know who the boss is. The White Gets Cat videos. Sorry, man.
Oh.
Body Geeks, I will send you an email at the end of the week if we are good to go. I do not want to waste your trip. We are waiting on one piece to finish your order. And mail is not moving that fast in some ways, so let's keep in touch. I don't want to waste your trip.
Whose
TJ
trip?
Stuff, Body Geeks coming by. We're waiting on that one piece. Let's see. DJ Styles says, the mask reminds me of one of the monsters on Ultraman in the 60s.
Yeah.
Art Farmer, a cool tutorial idea would be a Dremel class on parts assembly and use. That's a great idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So I just thought of how I'm going to do my finnos. So let me grab some paper.
Big Dog says, for a couple of drinks, I'll get in the mermaid outfit. I might look like a grouper.
Oh, big dog.
Oh, Big Dog. Oh, he's one of my favorites. Are there no air dryers on the line?
No, not when I plug right into the blower. Because frankly, that's how I remember to drain my tank. And I really wouldn't drain my tank much if I
Oh my goodness, Big Dog.
didn't get it to shoot water every now and then.
Just makes me ridiculous happy. He says, I'm a cheap date. 2 drinks in a week. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ezekiel says, go Big Dog. I'll get in the mermaid costume too. Done a penguin before. Can't be that far removed from a mermaid. DJ says, just gave that mask a wet willy. He says, we always had a 3 to 4 foot pipe feed straight down to allow for condensation to follow to the lowest point of the valve to drain the plumbing. Lisa, yes, Stacy's fins on her headdresses are beautiful, but guys, really, they're all beautiful.
The opposite of that is going to be the other one. Take this fish's wing and learn to fly away.
You guys have not seen Stacy's headdresses on our website of her mermaid and her aquatic crowns and headdresses. They are stunners. I don't think I have.
This, by the way, is one of Rodney Pope's masks.
What?
Right chair. He did a great job on it.
Look at that pretty. Look how pretty that is.
Very clean. I believe that I ate a chunk of latex. It's in my mouth.
Yeah, guys, that's Rodney Pope's work. Just on his own accord. Great work. Hey, Third Degree of Terror, did you get a package today? He says, I reused the bag from my t-shirt to use as a dust cover for my baby Yoda skull. That's good, guys. This may not sound like much to some people, but those bags are super sturdy, so reuse them. That's why I got them. Rodney says, thanks, Alan. I couldn't have done it without your help. Much appreciated. Third degree. No, the package is delayed for some unspecified reason. What?
Communism. That's the reason.
You need your stuff, man. DJ says, oh, I did fix the right cheek on my night creeper. I just cannot walk away until I feel like I've done the best on my sculpt.
Good.
Alan, can you zoom in more on what you're doing?
Yeah. So these are 3 fins now that I'm going to use on the mask. I'm going to see how this works, see if I like this. If I like this technique, then that's how I'll do it. But I will set it up so that I can just do them over and over again. Like I'll have a piece of plexiglass, I can put a piece of silicone over, and then do it and then peel it up.
DJ Styles, black hot glue sticks. Where'd you get those?
These are from gluesticks.com, GLU-STIX.
Gregory Haynes says, I love that skull mask around here. I might need to order that for you, sir. It is a beautiful, beautiful skull.
Oh, it's very well done.
Smooth and beautiful. L. Copeland says, is that not melting the plastic underneath?
Maybe. The plastic is really just there to keep the keep it from sticking to the table or the paper. Which it has done an okay job of. Not great, but okay. Probably, if I used like 3mm plastic, I would not have done as much webbing on the inside here. I would have just used the plastic itself as a thin material. But I have a lot of options. I'm going to go through a couple options and see what I like. And honestly, clear hot glue probably would have been a little better, just because I'm going to go to my sink now and cool these down. Used to make Dragonfly Wings this way. Hear that sound? When the plastic's drier, it actually sounds better.
Philip Earl said, would yellow FIM film work for film?
Film? Sure.
DJ Styles, will you be able to paint the glue sticks? And if so, what's the trick?
It's a thermoplastic, so it's not going to paint awesome, but that's why it's kind of black.
Did you spray it with water to cool it down? And
Yeah, just to cool it down.
Will it accept the paint okay, or are you using oil?
It will probably not accept paint great. If they're clear, then it's just going to take a tinge of it. I'm sorry, I didn't have you guys looking at what I was doing. Put this on and see how it looks.
Were the wings sturdy with this technique?
Yes, they were.
Were the wings sturdy with this technique?
Yes, they were.
Big Dog says, now I know what I'm going to use my old sill pads for. Sill pads are awesome.
Yes, they are. I've got one sitting right over there.
Get a little closer on it.
And I'm abandoning this. I am going to go with a clear glue stick. I think it's going to look better. It's going to read better. But if I were doing some kind of monster fish fin.
Says you could use Flex Seal though.
What's that?
Could you Flex Seal?
You could, but it's only going to be the physical bond of it wrapping around and grabbing. So the latex mask paint will do just as good of a job.
Stephen Bishop, Seal Pats are a silicone baking sheet. You find them in a lot of cooking sections of stores, grocery stores, but they're very easy to get.
Get that bag out of the way.
Jamie. Buddy Geeks, just brushed my teeth and the water kitten was in the sink trying to get in my water. Buddy Geeks, if that kitty is in your way and bothering you, you just bring that kitty here. Okay?
Don't you dare.
Just bring that kitty here. You're a busy man. You got a lot to do.
Sil Pat.
Bring me the kitty.
Silicone mat. Things don't really stick to it well.
Melted hot glue can be painted if you scuff it for a mechanical bond.
Yes.
Buddy Geeks, just let me help you with that kitten. You just bring her here, okay? Next time you swing by, just bring me the cat. It's okay. I'm glad to do this for you. I'm glad to help you. Ronnie Pope says, just proves if you watch and listen to Alan, it's possible even if you've never done it before. I can't wait to learn more from him at a monster camp. Well, I don't know if we've ever had anybody already made their own masks and such.
We have.
Have we? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Ryan Vissengard had
Ryan
made
Vissengard
some
did,
before.
that's right.
He makes more now, and now his molds work. That's what's important. I'm switching glue guns because I'm switching glue. I'm just going with a different glue. I didn't like the black.
DJ Styles, I love all animals.
I think it's too overpowering.
Alan teases me about watching kitten videos because on Instagram I follow a lot of foster and rescues and dogs, fosters and rescues, but if it's got forelegs and fur or scales or feathers, I probably love it. So I love them all, not just cats. Michael Lasker, could you brush latex on plexiglass and then do the hot glue to make more of a bat or a dragon?
Absolutely you can. Absolutely. While I'm doing this and waiting on this, I'm actually going to go ahead and let's spray paint those fins we put on because I want to get them closer to the color of the mask. I want to get them closer to the color of the mask because I'm going to go right at this with inks.
Thank you, Chocolate. It's very sweet.
What's that?
There's your cool points right there, fostering animals. Well, guys, we have tried to foster and we failed. The cat is still here. So, but I will try again later. Joanna, thank you. I love animals. Yes.
Why she
so,
married me?
I am a softie. Depends on what the subject is. When it comes to animals, absolutely.
I just did all that
Family
off
down the
camera,
street
but
just-
that's what I did. I spray painted him.
family down the street just got Eevees. They are bigger than I thought. Cece says, for the mermaid headdresses, I just used an iridescent vinyl on the back of the EVA thread fins, but it's shiny and pretty, and not what we're really going for with this one.
Correct.
Tony Sosa says, you don't make any more videos on making Halloween props.
Who says that?
Tony Sosa.
What are you talking about? I just did a video making a monkey. What videos have I done recently? I did a monkey.
The antlers.
I showed you how to make antlers. Those are Halloween props.
EVA foam rib cage.
Oh yeah, I showed you how to make a skeleton out of Loctite foam. What you talking about, Willis? That ain't true. Maybe you have your notifications turned off and didn't see it. I actually brought back YouTube Wednesday.
Our
It's-
Beauty, I hope you make it to Monster Camp. Hey Geeks, did you ever use that cheap 99-cent spray paint?
Yes. Yeah, I lived on that stuff for years. Yep, the stuff that's with blue and blue label, and it has like a 3-color ball color on the logo. 99 cents at Home Depot or Walmart. Yep.
1980 says, I like the black paint shelf with no black paint.
I use it. Some of that's black.
Wedge, 9986. Don't feel bad, Shannon. I've been fostering a cat for almost a year, and he's still here. Thank you. We have a cat has been here for 10 years. We foster failed. We kept him. I mean, I think that the time will come. I'm going to give it a shot because I think I can do that. But my goodness, I love them all. We love animals. DJ Styles, my cousin that happens to live in Texas breeds Labrador Retrievers. My plan is to come for one of your classes and visit her as well. We hope you can make it, DJ Styles.
Come on.
We are hopeful that we will find a balance with this current unprecedented time that we're in. And we can bring back our monster camp. And again, Monster Camp is small. Anyone who is on tonight, Big Dog, Connie, Lockhart, they are all former Monster Camp students, Third Degree of Terror. And we keep these classes small, and we keep them small for a reason. It just so happens that keeping them small now actually may work to our benefit during this odd time. So we have every intention of resurrecting Monster Camp as soon as possible. So just stay with us. Connie says you made the bear trap. Michael Ashley says you made the barnacles.
Those are Halloween props.
Lisa said the silicone molds. Stephen Bishop, Monster Camp is very special. Evangeline Smith, I love the barnacle technique. I've made a ton of prosthetics.
That's right, we did barnacles. Yeah, those are good for prosthetics for actors, aren't they?
Body Geek says, I can't forget the 5-gallon bucket opening video.
You know what? Some people appreciate that video. Some people needed it.
Oh my gosh.
Not everybody, apparently.
DJ Styles, we are playing it by ear. The best thing right now is what you guys are doing. Just stay close. On all the forums that we have, we will try to keep it as soon as we know what we can do. We have to obey the rules, and we want everyone to be safe and well. But yeah, Monster Camps, it's awesome. Ezekiel, trying to buy a decent glue gun in Australia. Alan, I can't use a 110 volts ones. What sort of watts is yours?
Wattage? 500 watts. Because my glue gun is not for sissies. This one is 500, the other one is 350. It's either 350 or it's 325. It's one of those two. These are going to look much more fishy, and I hit them with inks and they'll just stay translucent and wonderful.
1980 says bucket stilts. Means that you've done their home.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice little fin.
Tuckworks. I have a friend that is driving back to Texas from Maine in September. What date is September? Hang tight, Tut Works. Ezekiel says, thank you, I found a 500, not for sissies. Tickle, you are in North Carolina. We have had folks from South Carolina drive to Monster Camp. Please let that put you off. If you want to come,
You're making excuses.
you can do it.
Oh, sorry.
You can do it. You can drive it. Don't let that distance put you off.
We've had them from Seattle
Maine,
and Maine,
Massachusetts,
Massachusetts.
California.
If you want to do what we're doing, then this is a good way and place to learn it, in my opinion.
DJ Styles, my wife will be with me. Well, then I'll wait till you guys let me know before I plan a trip. Yes, DJ, just stick with us. 1980 says, acetylene torch and glue sticks for real crafters. Ezekiel says, I'm going to make it to some point to Monster Camp. Ezekiel, you would be our first international student, and hopefully not our last. DJ says, I'll be coming from South Jersey, but I might fly. Might gotta fly. That's fine, DJ. Lots of people fly, and we have lots of helpful hints to make that happen. It can happen.
And if you are flying and you don't want to take your mold back with you, maybe you're going to go to one of the trade shows like Trans World or MHC that I'm going to go to, and I'll just be able to bring it to you.
We've already done that before.
I have done it before. I think I brought Warren's mold to him.
You did. But please, guys, don't let what you consider to be a long distance keep you from coming to Monster Camp if possible. You can drive it or you can fly it, but don't, just because it's not, that close to you, don't let it stop you. It's a very unique and very special event. And if you really want to learn how to do this hands-on, and man, it's fun. So, and plus we have a lot of fun stuff. If you come to Monster Camp, we have some extra stuff, and I'm just going to wait until it's story time, and I'll tell you the rest.
Hooray.
Because I know story time is coming.
Back to the bathroom door. Oh, here's one.
Connie says, I'll need to know when Ezekiel comes to Monster Camp. I want to meet the Aussie. Man, he's amazing. Body Geek says, are you going to MHC? Have they confirmed yet on the location?
To my knowledge, they have not. And where they wanted to do it, Indianapolis, actually just canceled their state fair. That was in Indianapolis, Indiana. Which was a few weeks after MHC wanted to be. So I feel like they would have a very hard time doing it now. So I am looking to hear a canceled message. I'm not looking forward to hearing it, but I think we're going to hear a canceled message.
Tickle Hill Cemetery. I got my first batch of wet clay yesterday and actually kind of nervous trying to come up with something small to start with. I would love to come to one, to a monster.
Come on.
And you stop at Buc-ee's. Yes, you do, big dog.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is the best.
Cletus 66. Monster Camp is a 3-day small class that we do here in this workshop to learn the process of how to make a latex mask. And it's 3 days because you go slow, you learn how everything works, you make the mistakes, you learn from the mistakes. And it starts on a Friday, ends on a Sunday. Your meals are included. It's a ton of fun.
I make sure that you go home with the mask that you made.
And it is a heck of a weekend. And that is something we started back, oh gosh, 2 years ago now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So, but you can read up on it more. Stacy just posted the link on our website about what Monster Camp is about. And happy to answer any questions. Third Degree says, where there's a will, there's a way. Absolutely. Third Degree of Terror came from Massachusetts and got stranded.
Yeah.
Got stranded and had to stay an extra day. So, yeah, it happens. But that, guys, we'd love to have you. Stephen Bishop says, I was so bummed I was going to Transworld this year for the first time and it was canceled. Yeah, we were bummed too. Tickle Hill Cemetery. Wife may put the budget at either Transworld or Monster Camp. That's understandable. We're waiting to see how Transworld goes. And we're waiting to see how we can do Monster Camp. So just hang tight, guys. Monster Camp is information overload on making a mask, says Big Dog. Yes. DJ Stella says, I've never worked with wet clay. It looks nice and soft and fun and easy to use.
It is. I love it. You'll love it after using Monster Clay. It's not as clean. It creates a little bit of dust. It's a dirty material because it's made of dirt. So,
Big Dog says it's information overload, but it's fun. It is.
Take notes.
It's a lot. That's why we do 3 days, guys. There's a reason why it's 3 days long.
Okay, so now I have my Finny Fin Fins. I think these are going to read much better with a little bit of ink on them.
Alan, are you going to THC?
We're still seeing what Texas opens up. So if it's able, I'd be silly not to go.
Because you can sleep in your own bed.
Because I can sleep in my own bed. You ain't wrong there, wife. Wife, story time.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to start. I was about to write Lisa back. Okay. First thing. How much time do I have?
I have to tinkle.
Okay. Man. Guys, if you are interested in attending monster camps in the future, we have what we call the First Stab Club. Literally, that is a list of people who are interested in being told about monster camp and what we do. It's kind of a thank you for tuning in like you do, because really we have venues all over the place. Instagram, Facebook, and the website, and then this YouTube community. But if you want to know ahead of time what the dates of the monster camps are, you can write us at stiltbestudios@gmail.com. The First Stab Club, what I do, I need an email address from you and a phone number. And I put you on a list, literally, by chronological order, and to make it fair. And then when we have an opening, or when we have another class that is open, ready to go, that we're going to try and do, I let you guys know first before I send it to the general public. And literally, I realize that some dates don't work for everyone, but what this does is it gives you a first stab at grabbing a spot. We keep classes at Monster Camp small. We keep it small for a reason. It's a better learning experience. It's better on the instructor, and it's all around. It's just the best way to do it. This is never going to be a camp in which we have 20, 30 people. We keep it under 10 people. So if you're interested in being a part of the First Stab Club, Lisa anybody else, please write us at stiltbestudios@gmail.com and give me an address, an email address, and a phone number. I will put you on that first dab club. My hope is that we will be able to resurrect our monster camps the way we were doing them before. I don't know where we're going with COVID-19, so we're gonna play it by ear. But my hope is that we can at least keep our small classes, which were always small to begin with and will stay small. If you're interested, just send me an email. Okay, back to you. It's a lot, I know, but here, I'll hold the glass.
What's your two take?
Beta 66 sounds like a blast. It is a blast. It's a great time. Ezekiel says, Transworld 2021 is going to be huge. I will be there. Big Dog says, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Thank you, Big Dogs. Thank you, Connie. It's really special. And Stephen Bishop says, no flooding in line. It's special, and it's, it's, I never dreamed it would be this big, but there you go. Right, with cat videos and Tim Tams.
100% accurate.
DJ says, if I drive, I might have to drive through Falk, Arkansas, check out the Boggy Creek. Is that fairly close to you guys on the way? It is, and DJ Styles, your fellow watcher tonight, Third Degree of Terror, is a Falk Monster, Boggy Creek, Bigfoot aficionado. We have driven through Falk before, and you always look for the Falk Monster. But yes, you can drive through Falk on the way to Texas. See there? You're already putting a road trip together, and that's going to be awesome. There you go, Third Degree. I knew you were there.
I think when this, I think that this will do well, because I can hit this with a little bit of green ink or blue ink or something, and it's not all, it's just going to tint this a little bit. I think that's going to be really nice. I'm going to do veins on top of the fins with hot glue anyway. So what's good about, it's not just the wattage, but there's a dial on here. And right now I have my dial as low as it'll go to 220 degrees. This sucker will go all the way up to 475 degrees. At this point, I'm just putting out boiling glue. But at 220, it's going to keep a nice fat bead. And that's why I'm using it on these, in order to make sure that it doesn't just drip off of the fin and cause a problem. When I put it on here, I know it's going to stay pretty much.
DJ Styles, road trips are a great way to do it because you're going to want to bring back your mask. You're going to want to bring back your mold, which is going to be easier to drive than it is to ship it, or than it is to put on a plane. Rodney, yes, we plan to do a full mask monster camp in the future.
We will.
We will be doing a full head. Right now we're doing a half mask. We will do a full mask, absolutely.
And one day we'll even do a silicone mask monster camp. One of the biggest challenges of my teaching was I taught how to make a silicone mask class in like 3 days. And it was, we had like an hour and a half, I think, for each class. And if I recall, Warren was there, because I think we did it at MHC. And so I had to sculpt it, mold it, and pour it up in a very short amount of time. I think I got the lesson across.
Ooh, here come the first stab requests.
Okay.
So if MHC pulls the pin, will you do THC? Sorry if I missed this already. That's Ezekiel.
I would be silly not to go.
Well, we were already going to be there with a BT. Big dog. I have lost.
Look at the TV. It's got everything.
I've got it. I'm sorry. Watching. Got it.
In 220, I don't mind just sticking my finger in because it's just not that hot. You thought all that heat gun stuff was foolish. I was conditioning myself. I was training myself for 220-degree hot glue.
I need an adjustable temp glue gun. I tried to use my old glue gun to melt cheese sticks or nachos, and the glue gun did not survive. That is awesome.
Don't-
That's awesome.
Who said that?
Dirk. Oh, that's awesome.
You shouldn't be allowed to have tools. That's not how that works. It's not how any of that
Oh my goodness,
works.
that makes me happy. That's funny.
Shouldn't make you happy.
Hey Jesse, Papa Bear, anything new on hoodies, or are you going to wait till it's closer to fall?
No, I'm not going to wait till it's closer to fall. I'm hoping to launch that new store next week.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
I am hoping to launch that store next week. So you should have an option for that next week.
Ezekiel says, Dirk says, there may have been vodka involved. That's funny. Ezekiel says, it's looking good for Australia opening up. Kids are back in school now. Sports starts Thursday. My son's football starts tonight. Hopefully, the borders open soon. By October, I can fly. Pin shot. Doesn't hurt for new ways to look for new ways to fit things. Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess it doesn't hurt, but boy, glue guns, cheese sticks, not even once. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. Let's see how this do.
I have no feeling in my fingers anymore from touching hot glue.
Yeah, that'll do it. That and heat guns. Oh boy.
Lisa says, we had our worst rise yet with COVID yesterday. Schools in the fall. Sounds like a dream. Same here, Lisa. They've thrown social distancing out the window, so yeah. Numbers are rising in Texas too. That's why I say we're waiting and watching.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing that could happen is we go under another shelter in place.
Good morning, Yakka UK. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good night, PJ Styles.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10 p.m.
Wow. This is taking forever. But it's the first time I've done it.
Good night, big dog. Ezekiel says, I cannot believe no curse words, melted hot glue guns. Hello, Edson. We are at 105. We are working on the merman.
We are working on Mer Man.
Rachel says, my kids and I get weird looks for still wearing masks in the stores. I take care of immunocompromised ladies. I'm not going to chance it. I'm with you.
I understand. Yeah.
Gotcha. SSDD Life. I'm never going to see a merman ever in the trade.
And I may have put the middle one in the top. I may have switched these two by accident. I don't know. I don't think so, but it's possible.
1980 says, like I said before, Alan has been trained by the CIA at pain threshold tolerance, plus upgrades to trace. Rachel says, such a cool effect.
I do like this effect.
He was official.
I like this effect and I cannot lie. No other book can deny.
Hose fins have a fan coral feel, just reinforcing the aquatic feel of 633. Edson says, I caught up and I still piece loop today. I saw some old videos. Dang, Alan had some long hair.
I did have long hair. I was a hippie kid. You know what? Depending upon how long I go for a haircut, I might have long hair again. Now see, if my hot glue were too hot, it would be dripping down and it wouldn't hold those fin lines. And I want it to hold fin lines. I
Funny
want
he
it.
says, I'm wondering how long it would take an actor to destroy this mask.
In a haunt, I might do it a little bit differently. But honestly, hot glue is pretty durable. I mean, it's plastic. Unless they're getting it like really hot, then they're not going to really destroy this per se. Okay. Good deal. All right, let me now get my airbrushing stuff in order, and I'm going to start airbrushing this guy. I'm just going to hit this one with inks. This isn't a mask that has to flex a lot, and I want to get some effect out of the ink. So turn on my noisy compressor. See, and now I don't have moisture because this line has a trap on it. Okay, let's start with some. Going to mix up some orange for around the eyes and for a little bit on these gills here, like that. Oh, I don't have to mix up an orange. I have a good orange. Let's add some yellow too.
It says to be life said that they were going to see a Mer Man Makeover. Dude, be thankful. There's going to be a carrot on it.
They're quoting Cabin in the Woods.
It's a juice said, just donated 12 inches of carrots to children with carrot.
Awesome.
Terry Collins says, that looks awesome with the hot glue.
Hey, thanks.
Super cool said, they're a Dorito cherub. Lisa says, I bet you're tempting Rodney. That would make an awesome companion to these.
It would.
Okay, would be awesome to put servos to these fins and make them.
And there is room for that. There
Jesse
really is.
Jesse Papa Bear says, it looks amazing so far. I can't wait for the color. How much is it going to weigh on an actor's head?
Not that much. I mean, the hot glue is kind of heavy, but the EVA foam fins aren't that bad. It also has decent support, so it should be able to hang out on their neck without an issue.
Randy UK says, I'm on a 360-degree virtual drive around Dallas today. Cool, it's a big place. Everything is big here, Randy UK. It's ridiculous.
Cool.
Buddy says, I'm going to an outdoor summer haunt this Saturday, taking a few peeps with me.
Cool.
Where are you going, Buddy Geeks?
Scream Hollow.
Oh, excellent. Michael Lassiter, good night, Michael Lassiter. Did I miss something? Why are you not painting it black first?
I'm just doing something different with him. I'm doing a different style of paint job. If I painted him black first tonight, then that's all you would get to see, because I'm going to stop at a reasonable hour. If I do paint him black, he will take forever to dry.
Where do you get your inks?
Dick Blick Art Supply. Dick Blick.
Rodney Pope, Alan, what do you think of the thickness of these skull masks?
They felt good to me. They felt good in the hand. They were nice and thick. They were solid pulls. I mean, a skull you kind of have to have be thick because it's mimicking something that's very rigid. If your mask is made to look like flesh, well, then it doesn't have to be as thick as a mask that is meant to look like armor or bone.
Just read you what do you think of the thickness of the skull mask?
Yep, you did.
Great. Rodney says I was worried it was thin.
No, they all feel fine. And when you first bring a mask out of the mold, it actually feels thinner than it is. They tend to kind of thicken up because they stiffen. They stiffen with time. I'm looking for some ink colors over here, guys. Alexa, add lime green ink to my shopping list.
I've added lime green ink to your shopping list.
don't have the bright green that I wanted to do him in. But what I can do is I was going to look at mixing a little bit of silver in with this other green to make it a little more fishy, a little more shimmery. Shimmery.
The curing process expanded.
No, it stiffens. It stiffens up. It's a little wobbly when it comes out at first, and then it gets stiffer.
What is the warmest you would feel safe storing a latex mask?
100 degrees. Your silver settles, all your metals. A lot of the times that pigment is actually colored metal. It's a powdered metal. So you really have to shake those good. Don't be scared to shake your ink. Okay, sounds good. And I'm winging it, you know what I mean? I haven't mixed this before. Try that much silver? Oh, I think we hit lottery, guys. I think we are golden. So these inks do stick pretty darn well to latex. With extreme flex, you will have problems, but I don't anticipate that here at all on this mask.
Robbie said we get bigger bottles, little bottles I bought are almost useless.
Yeah, I buy the biggest bottles I can.
Just put lime cream egg on Rachel's shopping list.
Nice.
Reorganizing the kitchen cabinet while watching this is totally normal, I'm sure.
You guys can't see how sexy this color is, but I assure you, it's a sexy color.
What green was that color?
Okay, so what I did was I put, this is lime green, actually. This is lime green, I'm low on it, and this is silver. I put about 1/5, 1/6 of silver in first, and I mixed that with the lime green. And that is the color that I'm getting now. And I do have the shimmer that I want out of this ink. And why am I doing the back of the head first? Well, you should test everything on the back of the head in case you don't like it. But also I just painted the front, so I know those eyes are still wet. Wow, that's the moment of truth right there. Look at that beautiful hot glue and how that ink is hitting it.
Classic color set. Sure if it's before, but I love underwater monsters so much.
Me too.
He says purple, orange, and yellow for me. Are the scrubbers on?
Let me check and see. Now the metallics are heavier. Yes. Can you hear that one?
Yep.
Yes. See, honey, it's also pulling it towards you. Because right now I'm watching it come this way. If you moved over here, if you moved down this end of the table, you wouldn't have near the issue. Because right now it's sucking all of those fumes right to you. If you come back here, you can watch it. You go across the room and then across the room. For a base color, I like that. Like that a lot. And my gills that I painted, I just painted right over, so I'll have to correct those. Is that better, honey? My wife is gone. A little fumey for wife, I guess. Didn't even tell me she was leaving. Oh, your dark highlights are coming. It's not finished. We're still in the process of painting. Better over there, love? Just want to get everything covered with this. And the metallic inks are harsher than like anything else that you're going to airbrush. So be aware of that.
The hot glue looks awesome. I'm just getting here, so I missed you making the gills. It says CS Creations. Trickery of Terror. Is that Jacquard Pinata metallic ink? You always mix it with something else? I'm looking at the description on Amazon and they talk mostly about using it on non-porous surfaces.
Yes, this is the metallic, and I used it. Well, what color do I have in here now? I mixed it with green. I use the silver. I dust with silver quite a bit on my elves to make them look a little more whimsical.
You have a bag of gills.
Do I have a base? I made the fin frames out of EVA foam, and then I used hot glue to do the frills on him.
Ansana says, man, that looks so awesome, and El Copeland says it looks great. I love green.
Thank you.
Paul Bennett, I don't have experience in airbrushing, but notice your strokes of airbrushing so close to the mask, they tend to be a little darker. It's spot on when you aim them away from the mask for a lighter color.
It's concentration. If I concentrate the color by getting really close,
A little bit of silver really shines.
if I get really close with the airbrush, then it concentrates the color. If I back up, then it spreads out and it mists, so you get less color. Okay.
I want a car in that color. Did you say the brush is using the airbrush on cardboard or paper? And how do I connect the
Okay, so from Harbor Freight, buy their longer hose because that comes with a connector that runs you right into 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch is what comes out of almost all compressors. I can't do that right now because that's not true to the character. And right now I'm trying to go fairly true to the toy. I do have to darken this green up a little bit, but I think by the time I do all the dark airbrushing that I need to do, that will work.
What is the PSI?
Well, normally PSI, I use about 60 PSI.
Take it all to your gym.
Okay. No. It is.
I'm going to confirm my link tomorrow. Which video do I need to watch where you make your pattern for your fur so I can refresh on how to do it?
Watch my Krampus video series. That's an easy one to watch.
Do you use the same PSI for larger paint sprayer you use?
Yes, I do.
Third Degree says, Horror Beauty, you and Alan both use the term harsher about metallic adhesives. Can you elaborate? Consider using metallic adhesives on a latex mask to get a steampunk effect.
I would say, is he asking me or Horror Beauty?
Both of you.
It's harsher on your lungs. There's actual little particles of metal in there. And you breathe those little particles of metal in unless you wear a mask and don't. So I don't wear a mask that often when I'm painting because a lot of times I'm filming. But if I'm doing a lot of rattle can metallics or a lot of metallic inks, I sure do.
You say 60 or 65 PSI?
Yes, 60 or 65 is fine.
Third Degree says, a respirator is a must. Gotcha. Phil Girl says, wear your mask.
He says what?
Wear your mask.
Yeah, wear a mask. All right, so this color here that I happened to see is like a real dark blue-green. That's what I'm putting in here. I just found it over there sitting on my shelf. I'm gonna use it.
I'm trying to locate a respirator to use for fiberglass, but no one has any left since body count.
That happens. I thought that you might have connections to be able to do that. Get one.
Horror Beauty says they are heavier and thicker and metal in paint. Also more pigmented due to the metals, so it doesn't paint as delicate as regular paint.
Correct.
Rodney Pope says, if you base coat him in black, would it take away from how that paint is popping?
Yes.
Good shot. We need to play around
inside and see what works best for
Yes.
you. So they have plenty of N95 masks with no chemical receptors.
Back. There we go.
What have you learned from other mask makers, and who would you consider the best at making masks?
I would consider Ed Edmonds one of the best. Like, what have I learned? I mean, I learned a ton. Ed Edmonds is kind of the man, though. I mean, you don't get more experience than Ed Edmonds right now.
Are you using references, or are you just going off of memory?
I have a reference over on my computer. It's just a picture of the toy, so it's a very simple paint job. But it tells you what colors go where. Like all this, I mean, this is just green. It's like one color plastic. So a lot of what I'm doing in here, I'm making it up.
Says, I'm at a 7,000 series, three silicone respirators. They are not available. He says, you can work with Ed for a week, would you?
Well, yeah, of course.
Could you airbrush liquid leak?
Could he airbrush what?
Could you airbrush with liquid leak?
I don't know what that is. Liquid leak?
Stacy is asking.
What's up, buddy?
OT man, how you vexed me. It says, I think Alan can work on the Don Coast Studios and show them up.
I don't know about that, man. Well, But they have to make things, you know, they have to make 1,000 of them, 5,000 of them. I have a huge advantage. I'm just making one, you know.
Anthony said, if it wasn't for Ed Edmonds, I wouldn't have discovered still beef thing. Stacy says the paint on mold is liquid leaf. You can apply it with an airbrush.
The paint on the mold.
The paint on gold is liquid leaf.
Liquid leaf.
Yeah.
Okay, I was hearing leaf. Well, what's liquid leaf? Yeah, you can airbrush it, absolutely. But again, wear a respirator because that stuff is hard. A lot of gold in there. I'll dry brush those again later. I didn't like what was happening. Well, I appreciate that, but that's always a matter of opinion. I now consider myself a good sculptor, but I'm not a great sculptor. That's why I keep practicing. Hopefully, if you've known me for any length of time, you've seen me get better at this. You know, that's kind of the goal, right? We're getting close on that, guys. We're getting pretty close. He needs to be darker green. Like, he's not dark green enough. And I have to bring those yellows out, but let me, because this is a nice dark green.
Do you have a favorite part of making a mask?
Sculpting is probably my favorite.
Do you have a video on air compressor how to?
In my airbrush series #1, there is a bit of a talking about air compressors in that.
Are you going to dry brush it?
I don't think so, but let's find out together. I'm definitely going to dry brush around his eyes. And I am knocking back a lot of this bright green that I really like because I'm trying to go a little truer to the character and darken him up.
What are you antiquing?
No. I will not do any antiquing on him.
Even Heptaron was an awesome new monster for
It was. I enjoyed Heptaron.
you. Edie says, Ed just whips out those masks like it's nothing. Alan has the same feel. Me, I was screwed up big time.
Well, once you've made as many as Ed or I think you'll be awesome at it. I've still made more bad masks than I've made good ones.
Michelle says it's
Boy, you know what? This is so much more subtle to my eye, but bam, it shows up on camera. Wow. That's very interesting.
With the dark green is awesome.
Thank you. Okay. So,
Coloring is superb.
thanks. I still want to go in here, and I've got to do this in that yellow color here. That has to happen that way. That's a trademark of the character. This lip also has a lot of that yellow in it.
have you worked on movies?
No, I don't do movies. I'm a haunted house makeup artist. I don't do haunted houses because I have failed in the movie business. I do haunted houses because I love them. I much prefer the up-close, in-your-face schedule of haunting than I do movie making.
Maybe gold tint around the eyes.
The eyes get yellow.
You would look awesome next to an orange mask.
Well, yeah, I can see that. Who said that?
Rodney. He's really coming to life. Edson says, I did all. Oh, okay. Stacy says that's possible. There's your dry brushing, Lisa. Philip Earl says, I love the haunted houses too, but I am a late adventurer.
I was blessed to find haunted houses when I was very young.
How about a giant hook in the mouth?
Who said that?
Evan Mulder.
No. He ain't got no hook in the mouth.
Lisa says, it really makes the texture pop. Rodney says, which mask do you think is your #1 selling mask?
Before I retired it, Piggin was probably a #1 selling mask. Right now, our jack-o'-lantern mask is probably our #1 seller.
That's a great.
Gravedigger is also very high. People like Gravedigger.
I got you, Gregory. I'll get a picture of him. It's a good picture of this for the store. Yes, Edson, I agree. I think the Gravedigger is the best seller. Jack-o'-lantern masks, don't think I've seen it. Hard Beauty, it's a blank.
Yeah, it's a blank.
It's a blank. We did a custom paint on it for a customer, but otherwise it's a blank. Pumpkin face is what it's called.
Pumpkin face. That's one of the ones I named myself.
Rodney says, I thought if you buy it, will back be one of your werewolves. Ezekiel says the original Piggin would be a huge seller.
I actually, the only reason why my werewolves aren't my #1 is because I keep making new werewolves. So, I might sell 20 or 30 of a werewolf mask, but then I wanted to make one again personally, so then I've got a new one to sell, so I've got like 8 different werewolf designs that I sell, so it's kind of hard for one of those to, stand out so much.
There's a request for the gills to be backlit
Well, we could probably do that.
when I take pictures.
Well, the like she takes them in like a box, and when she does that, everything is backlit just a little. Gonna grab some white for his teeth. We are approaching it. We're getting there, guys.
Have you seen Cobwebs and Candlestick's unboxing of your mask of the shark? He did a great job of the mount. He did.
I did. That mount is beautiful.
Will you sculpt a piece inspired by Pumpkinhead?
I doubt it. I don't do a ton of movie stuff.
Alan, are you humming Baby Shark?
What's that?
They want to know, are you humming Baby Shark?
I am not. I'm not.
Alan, he looks awesome. What is the price on this guy?
Let me see. 100 for a full head mask. 25 for teeth, for resin teeth. 25 for the EVA foam build-up. 150 for just a mask. If you want foam filled or something like that, it's going to go up a little, of course.
I think you should redo the original piggies on a Wednesday sometime, says Roger Coat. Pinshot says that was great. Big applause from third degree. 1990, I was saying gold around the eyes because the yellow is a little whitish. Gold would produce yellow off the green. Munster of Herman, genius, just reminded to see how the pins were created. Very cool.
Hey, thanks.
Monster of Herman, that's a Monster Camp 2. No, 3. Monster of Herman was Monster Camp 3. That is looking wild. The color's really hot. Go ahead and sing it, Edie. She wants to sing for you. Headshot, by the way. Have you guys put the head and tools up on the web shop yet? The sculpting tools, Pinshot?
We have not yet.
This
Soon.
is amazing. I love the way the blue looks.
Now, I have this great metallic sheen with the silver. And normally when you try and gloss over a metallic, they fight. And one of them wins. And I know that the gloss is going to win, but I think that's going to be more important. To hit him with gloss and have him look wet.
Has he been flossing?
Has what?
Has he been flossing?
He has been flossing. With those teeth, flossing is imperative.
Ezekiel says he's been flossing with prawns.
That's kind of cool, guys. I'm pretty happy with him at this point.
We're at 10:45.
I'm going to carry this yellow. I'm going to carry this yellow up here like some of these toys have.
Just for you.
That's so helpful, honey. Thank you. I would have gone on for who knows how long. There we
Do
go.
you have the toy, Alan, or just a picture?
I just have a picture. I haven't been a huge Merman fan in my life, like I have been for Beastman. So my only reference is on the computer. I like Merman, but not like I like Beastman. They are asleep. I guess they played hard today. They are out of it.
Thank God. They're adorable.
They are
Like
very
Jamie
awesome.
said they have Merman and Sweetboard.
Yes, they're the same figure. Like Beast Man and Moss Man were the same figure.
Rob O'Brien says it's very cool. He wants it. Now are you doing a series for a customer?
I'm Master of the Universe was very important to me when I was a child, and sharing them even with you guys here, even though not all of you guys like know who they are and like super appreciate it, you appreciate the art form. It's kind of keeping me sane in a crazy world, and this is cheaper than therapy, and I just like making monsters. So I'll probably sell a few, but I'm not doing this because I think people will buy them. If I made masks because I wanted people to buy them, I'd make clowns. And I don't do that. I make masks that I think either the haunt industry needs or that I just want to make. This one happens to be ones that I want to make.
Those toys are worth a lot now.
They're worth some.
I grew up with them and G.I. Joe as well.
Yeah. All right, let me grab the heat gun because I want to dry this up a little bit. Yes, I have to be cautious because of the hot glue. Why don't I show you guys where we're at right now as far as paint goes. But I want those teeth dry so that I can gloss. I think everything else is dry except the teeth.
Well, good night, Michelle. Depending on the figure, some are worth hundreds. And it's great. It's a third rated car. Fantastic looking. Says Robert White.
One of the rare times you'll see me use a hot glue gun, a heat gun, not on high. Yeah, I'm just drying it up because I'm going to hit this with a gloss. So I want to make sure that all this paint is dry. Or else I'll get wet blending and the color from the paint will spread out into the gloss. It'll make it milky and it will ruin it. So this is something you don't want to rush. Make sure it's good and dry. Okay. Let's gloss this sucker.
I had a scare glow that I sold for 200. Loose complete figure.
Yeah, Scareglow, he was the last year they made him. Now there are couple action figures made after Scareglow, but that was the Laser Light He-Man and Laser Skeletor. Scareglow was in that last round of figures before that with Clamp Champ, who was pretty terrible. Rio Blast was pretty terrible, and Snout Spout was pretty terrible. So Scareglow, among his crew, who he was released with, was like the golden figure.
Can't you use a hairdryer?
I could if I were a sissy.
Alan's eyes are popping. Edie says, because I have a heat gun, I ain't no sissy. What color are you using right now?
This is a clear gloss. I'm using a clear gloss.
That just says paint.
This makes it look shiny and wet all the time. When it dries, it'll look shiny and wet.
Castle's gray skull is usually around 100 to 150 complete. Cardboard, computer, and robot cutouts stand out from those positions by themselves. Rob O'Brien said, I'm a sissy with a heat gun and I know how to use it.
There you go.
Said, have both. Edie said, I love the heat gun.
Okay. I think that's it for Merman. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that this is his final paint. I'm still dialing it in. But I'm not unhappy with this.
Nico says, put it on and get your best impersonation.
You knew I was going to do it. You knew I was going to do it. Yeah, a little foam in the chin would make this mouth much more receptive. So that would be cool. I want to sweep these guys back a little more. I think, especially like right here, and do that with them. I think that'll be a good look.
Turtle, crazy eyes, two-face, the mask and shirt. Turtle mouth. Nice, fancy, get a man. How will you sweep them back?
I will apply gentle heat. and just sweep it back. And then I'll take a little piece of foam that's a triangle and glue it right back here so I have something to attach it to.
Sexy, like a kid in a candy store. Fantastic. These gills make me look fat. He's wearing it to bed, Shannon. I'm fine with that, 1980. I'm fine with that.
So there we go. We painted up Merman tonight. It is, I think it was National Ocean Day, I think is what it was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put that out there, Matthew.
Put what?
Matthew Brawl will want to see that.
Yeah, I'll post it tonight. So there you go, guys. That's Merman. Wife, say goodnight.
Good night, my comrades.
Good night, everybody. Merman says goodnight. And I say, you guys are awesome. Go make stuff!